You're a black man, you're the face of a TV station, you work in news. So tell me what it's been like in your position for pretty much the last 6-8 months.
Wow, it's been tough to read the news about what's been going on and try to do it in a way where it doesn't affect you, but it affects you. To see the people, the protesters in the streets, to see their passion, to see their emotion about why they're out there. It's tough. It's tough because they look like me.
But you, as a public figure, really do have to kind of distance yourself in a way and separate yourself and find the middle ground. So how do you do that?
It's tough. I think the hardest thing for me during this whole experience was after the riots in downtown Raleigh happened on a Saturday night, and we were on the desk watching it all unfold. That Sunday morning, I took my daughter down to Raleigh and having to explain to her what happened last night and why, people had smashed glass and why there were writings on the wall and why people were tear gassed and why people were out there cleaning up now. That was the toughest thing that I think I've done during the whole thing.
With news, you always have to be able to represent both sides. You have to hear from both sides. So tell me about this Moving Forward series and sort of how it sort of snowballed into something.
This was, it was through conversations that we've had, and I've talked to my managers and we were like, the way that we are going to move forward is through talking. So we decided to do a series where we sit people down and just listen. We ask a couple questions and listen and hear their voices. What's bothering them? How are their communities being affected and why? And the final question we asked them, what do we need to do to move forward? And this has been one of the most eye-opening things I've done in my 20+ years in TV. Where do you think the disconnect is between law enforcement and certain communities, not just in North Carolina, but all across the country?
Yeah, you've had a couple of conversations with some different local community and state leaders so far. What would you say has been the hardest conversation? What was the toughest one?
Wow. I mean, we've had conversations with people that, maybe they believe in something that I don't. And instead of arguing, we just talk. I would say, hey, from my perspective, this is what this looks like. And he would tell me from his perspective what things would look like. And I don't know if we changed each other's minds or not, but at least I got to see a different point of view, and he got to see a different point of view. So Chief Justice Beasley, how does this state move forward from the predicament we're in?
I'm going to turn your own question around on you. So what do we have to do from here, I guess, to move forward?
Well, we've talked about it. What we need to do is have conversations. We need to have tough conversations. We need to have uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
And I think once we get that, rigidness from the first initial questions out of the way, I think things will go a lot smoother than that, and people will start to listen to each other and understand each other and hear what someone is saying.